find it very rewarding. It is rewarding because you are taking time to reflect, and you're not doing that on your own, but you're doing that in a very inspiring surrounding, meeting great people from all over the world.
For me as an individual and also as an African, it means that it is the kind of leadership that takes into consideration the different views that often follow a stakeholder collaboration process. The type of leadership also that takes it into account that there's different interests or different sectors that are involved in one program or project, but to really bring those together and also inspiring contribution and ownership into reaching the desired goals.
I think in our world we cannot make decisions and execute them if only one person is involved. We are so interconnected, and therefore I believe that it can only be sustainable if we have the ownership of many people, and therefore we need collective leadership and we need collective intelligence.
I think the main challenge is to enable the partners or support the partners in fulfilling its tasks on various dimensions, and also to bring in the knowledge gained from this course, to see the areas we're working in have different dimensions to look at, and probably this is a challenge to address all dimensions equally.
And how, as a society, or how as a country, South Africa, or how as a continent, Africa, we can develop this sense of collective leadership going forward. I think there's more work that still needs to be done, and perhaps courses like this might inspire the process of whereby we come together as these different actors in realizing our collective intelligence, realizing perhaps also leveraging in the fact that we have all of this expertise and we all want to reach the same goal, and find a way in which we could really work together in a more collaborative way in reaching our goals and ultimately making Africa a better continent than where it is now.
Well, one of the biggest challenges, of course, to work with all these different stakeholders that are involved. I mentioned that our lead implementing partner is the Ministry of Education. But at the same time, since we are an education project, we are working with the schools. And then we have also the private sector, the companies, which we want to link to education. So we have many stakeholders on board. I think they are sharing the same vision, but at the same time, in everyday life, we have to come to agreements because realities look different. And there I really see also our role as mediator. And it is complex, and therefore I think it is needed to bring people together and to have ownership that is really felt. The Compass has really inspired me to look at things through different lenses, and I think it will be really interesting to reflect on the work we are doing with our partners and also within the team I'm working in, using these different lenses, and then checking whether we are sharing perspectives or whether there are dimensions where we say, okay, we should strengthen this component, or we should really use this aspect to drive things forward. What I also really like about the Compass is that these dimensions don't have clear boundaries, and that you can really feel when you work with the compass how they are all interlinking and how they are supporting each other in driving things forward and for getting a clearer picture.
It's a quite interesting and useful tool because it's finally an approach you can use for different projects, for different environments, on a project basis, on a professional basis, but also on a private basis. And that's what I gained for myself as the most advantages from this course, to have finally a tool which can guide you through all the challenges or tasks you face.
My plans for the future are, for the moment, to continue working in education in Serbia, and of course I have been very inspired here in the last 3 days to work more with using the compass and even more trying to strengthen the collective approach and also collective intelligence.
It's been an interesting 3 days, also learning from participants who are coming from other countries, learning about the work that they do and the challenges that they face. So there is also a feeling of solidarity in a way, realizing that we all face the same challenges. But for me, what I will take with me out of these 3 days is the fact that there is magic in collaboration, but that magic can only be realized by collaborating with others. And I think that is inspiring enough to really think deep about how to start those processes of inviting all of these different key actors into this collaboration space and really design that process of going forward together. And perhaps out of that, the magic will come, the magic of ownership, and perhaps maybe reaching the goal in a much more results-oriented manner. And thank you.